This is a quick tutorial of the startup procedures for the Quantum Nova QR-X350 Pro. The first thing we do when we pick up the transmitter is to ensure all the switches are in the forward position. That the knob is centered with the tick mark at the top. That the left stick is all the way to the bottom, and that the right stick is centered. Once we've assured that the switches are all in their proper place, the first thing we do to power up the system is turn on the transmitter. Always turn on the transmitter before the drone. To power up the Quantum Nova QR-X350 Pro, connect the battery to the power cable. The left blinking light is the indicator that the drone is binding with the transmitter. Once the light goes out, that means that the transmitter is properly bound to the drone. The right LED is a GPS status indicator. 2 flashes is the minimum required for takeoff, but you really need 3 flashes before you get a good GPS lock. While we're waiting for the GPS status to improve, let's look at the camera and the gimbal. The gimbal is what rotates the camera up and down, and it's controlled by the knob that's on the transmitter. Turning the knob left will turn the camera up, and turning the knob right will point the camera down. The camera I'm using is an SJ4000, which is very similar to a GoPro Hero 2, both in form factor and function. To turn it on, you press the button on the front for a few seconds. To start recording, you press the button on top. The small LED on top will flash to let you know that recording has begun. When you're ready to stop recording, just press the button on top again, and the flashing will turn solid. To turn it off, press and hold the button on the front of the camera. Coming back to the rear of the drone, we see now that we have 3 flashing lights on the right LED, meaning we have a good GPS lock. We can now arm the quadcopter by pressing the left stick down and to the left, which arms the quadcopter, and now you can power it up. To disarm the quadcopter, you do the opposite. You press the left stick down and to the right. We see it in slow motion here. To power everything down, you first disconnect the battery on the drone itself, and then you switch off the transmitter. And that's the full startup and shutdown sequence.